BellaNetworking Facebook Live show. I just had a fantastic show with Shazaz, who is a deaf entrepreneur. And today I'm joined by actually 3 lovely ladies who co-founded Rewalk Team. And we're going to talk about their not-for-profit, how they got started, and an upcoming event they have. We actually have 3 of the co-founders, so we'll do a quick wave to Marcy, who's just on the end. Sorry, Serena, who's just on the end. She'll come in soon. So this is going to be a great trio and 4 of us today. So yeah, if you're watching the show, please hit the blue lights. That'll be great to see the interactions. If you have any comments, drop a comment, and if you like anybody else's comment up above, why don't you just hit their like as well? That would be fantastic. So guys, do you want to introduce yourselves and the organisation?
Well, I'm Natalie Tomlinson and I'm a co-founder of Rewalk.
Fantastic.
I'm Marcia Brock, one of the trio of the co-founders of Rewalk.
Fantastic, and we'll speak to Serena a bit later. So guys, you have been running this not-for-profit for 3 years. Congratulations. How did you think about the idea? Who is the mastermind of it?
It was a mutual kind of thing, separately for the events, and together, me and Natalie, was at my networking event. Me and Natalie are childhood friends.
Okay, and, great, lovely.
We've supported each other for years with each other's own companies, and we came together. And it was at that particular networking event we realised why we were doing things. I realised why Natalie's passion was behind what she was doing. We had a conversation afterwards. And she talked about all girls rock. I talked about all boys rock.
Oh, I see.
And yeah,
I tell you what, I love that you guys also came from the entrepreneur world first. That you ran your own business, so you knew about processes, you know how to put things together, and you saw a need, and that's great. So then, has it kept to that division? Are you all boys, and then?
I support all girls rock too. I get excited.
Okay, great.
We rock, and we are all girls rock,
sure.
all boys rock. All girls rock is my baby.
Right.
My baby.
Okay.
And
so you don't mess with all girls, right?
No, but it's just like stay in your lane. You're all boys rock. But no, we are for all of them. But there is just something. For me,
yes,
with the young ladies that are today, I'm really passionate about making a difference.
So what do you think it is for you that you're seeing that needs to be almost corrected or needs to be shouted about to help these ladies? What do you feel, Natalie?
I really feel that they need to be reminded continuously and taught about their worth. I'm extremely passionate about young ladies knowing their worth and knowing
and at an early age as well. Yes,
and knowing that no matter what your circumstance, what your background, you can still achieve in spite of those situations. So I'm extremely passionate about that and building and restoring relationships within families. I'm very, very passionate about that.
I think that's so important early on, because I don't know if you ladies agree, like growing up, you know, the only next thing you're going to learn is if something's happened or mistakes happened, you know, so it's nice to have that insight beforehand, which is great. And I know you ladies have spoken that the creation also came about by starting with events, is that correct? And how did that work?
When we decided that we was going to do something, I was like, I have to get the tick approval from Serena herself.
Right, okay,
and we had written all of these things down, and normally Serena, I go to Serena and she's like, no, that can't, no.
Serena's like the yes or no mother.
Yes.
We have the rock.
You have to get the final sign off from Serena.
Because she knows her stuff.
Yeah, she's very good at that.
And when she said yes to everything we put down,
oh wow!
I still feel a little bit shocked saying it. Like,
wow!
Serena suggested everything.
And you know what? That's really great, because you guys are in your own community, and it's good for Serena, who is in your community, but she told you up front, you know, she told you as it were, as if it was her client as well. So that's really fantastic. So when you started off, what social media did you use to get the awareness out?
The three main basic ones we used: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We started off as the We Rock team, and then after the events, the first year of events, we broke off into All Girls Rock and then the All Boys Rock.
Sure.
But yeah, we realised that if we're putting a men's event together, we needed men. So we asked men to be a part of the
Oh,
group
I
for
see.
them.
And what was the main objective of the All Boys Rock, which was like at the same time as International Men's Day? What was the messages you wanted to put across?
The message is still the same. It's about putting on a positive event, with positive role models, and positive activities.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah, although each year we have like a different particular kind of theme, but
Sure.
always around those
Got
things,
you,
for
got
men
you.
and young
Got
girls
you.
and
And then
things
do
like
you have like speakers that come along as well?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So I know you have an all girls walk coming up. Tell us a little bit more about what that's going to be about.
that will be, we haven't had our forums yet, because we're going to be setting that up from the 11th of January. So that's where all the ladies, young girls, women come together and we have a discussion, and different people get to bring their different ideas. So it's not just about us just dictating how we want it. We like other women like to bring their things to it.
That's
so
great. So you put that element of market research, and for the youngsters, for them to communicate
we
what
have a youth
struggles.
forum
Oh,
as
that's
well,
really
so
great.
one of
In a
share.
nice, comfortable, confidential setting that they can give their opinions. Oh, that's really good. What's the date of the All Girls Walk event?
The 8th of March, I was saying November then, the 8th of March.
Okay, great. And so how long in advance do you set your dates for the events that you have?
We have, we're starting our forums on the 11th of January, and it will be every week. We'll have a meeting
Oh, right.
until the event.
Okay, got
We
you.
always try to have the events, I think what you're asking, to happen on the day of the occasion. So
Got you. The International
Men's Day
Women.
is the 19th of November, so we had All Boys Rock just
Great,
last week. So
great.
International Women's Day, we will be having All Girls Rock on the day.
Sure.
Yeah.
So a question, how did you go about, I know you've used Facebook and social media to create awareness to the young adults and to the young adults, male and females, to come to the events. What have you guys been doing to get the word out there?
Oh, it's a lot of promotion and a lot of, I also work with a lot of young people and I also do a lot of quotes and things, so that kind of generates some interest and everything. We all use our different skill sets and our different business and things, and speaking to people, and that generates a lot of interest because, and I think that the fact that people know that it's open, we're not just an organisation that is, like I said before, like dictating and saying this is what we're going to be doing, whatever. People know that they have a say. So when people come and have their ideas, sometimes what we may have a rough idea of, All Boys Rock or All Girls Rock can look quite differently because different people are bringing their ideas. Lots of people through the networking of it I've never met in my life, whereas these ladies knew a lot of people, a lot of those particular people I didn't know, and seeing people come together and support it, no matter what path of life they've come from, everyone is in there for one objective, to make a difference for our young people. And it's beautiful to see when all the different organisations come together, and we have our interactive spaces, because we don't like to say stalls, particularly me and Serena, don't like the stall. So people come and they've got their different things. We've even had someone done something once with the CVs.
Tell me what you guys are not for profit and you have your management team. Who do you have, a board or management team together?
We have trustees, and each event has their own group forums. So we've got the male team and the female teams, and that's where our call outs are to come and join the team. We have our long-standing male Boys Rock team. Michael does a lot of the work in the background and features a lot on the imagery and stuff, and that's helped with gaining, because people can confuse, our event is targeted to young people, but it's intergenerational.
Yes.
So we'll have from 2 to 92
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
event.
Oh, good.
And making sure that interaction happens.
Sure,
as well.
sure. So how many people or attendees do you get at your event? So the last one you had, how many people did you have?
It was over 100 plus,
Wow.
at All Girls Rock, but the last All Boys Rock was 200 plus.
That's fantastic. Where were they held? What are the locations?
This last week's event was in
XLP.
a building in XLP in London Wall,
Sure.
Bishopsgate.
Sure, East London, yeah.
It started off in City Hall,
Okay.
and we moved further up into the city.
Fantastic, fantastic. So how do you guys go about funding or sponsorship? So if we have viewers watching, how can they help?
We still have a donate page, I believe.
We have,
And I mean, sponsorship. We have our emails that people can also get through to us at. I think one of the things, though, as well as the supporting, whether it's financial, is the time. More than anything, is people donating and supporting with their time and investing into these projects.
Sure. Guys, you are tuned in to the BellaNetworking TV show, and I'm joined by the co-founders of Rework Team UK. I have Natalie and Marcia, and we have Serena, who will join us shortly. Guys, if you're watching, please hit the blue likes, and if you have a comment, please drop a comment, and all comments will be read and answered later in the show. So we've been talking about the upcoming events that are happening for the All Boys and the All Girls, and we were just having a conversation just before we got cut out about sponsorship and funding. So have you had any challenges trying to find sponsorship and funding coming in?
No, what's happened is we put on our first event without any funding.
Oh,
but
wow.
we was given like we was given a building. We
Oh,
were given
great, yes.
items to donate as a
Great,
prize draw. We were
great.
given lots of things because obviously the message that we're sending out brought in people's feelings and pockets. We have a donate page that I don't think we've really utilised, but we do get people offering lots of things.
It really shows. I mean, for 3 years, you guys have done tremendous work, but you've really created great awareness. People know who you are, and they see the efforts and what the mission about your organisation is all about.
For me, I know International Women's Day was known. International Men's Day.
No.
And it's been there since the 60s.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the only reason I knew about it is because my daughter was meant to be born on the day. I researched the day.
Wow. So actually, this organisation was sort of meant to be then, in the works.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, great.
So, now that there's more awareness about International Men's Day, there's more awareness about the men's issues that are there. We're seeing the movement happen.
Absolutely, that's great. So what has been, say, the biggest achievement? Because I couldn't imagine the feeling that you're able to touch the young girls' hearts and the young males' hearts. You know, I know you've probably got loads of achievements. What's been the biggest achievement so far?
From my perspective, one of the achievements is just seeing so many men come together in one space, just investing in partying and speaking, and especially our panels. We have the panels and different people get involved. For me, that is an achievement. That
to see everybody together
and
harmoniously.
And we could have some of those young people, they could be out doing anything out on the streets, but they chose to be there with us on that day. And it's lovely seeing it because we know it's just going to go from strength to strength. So for me, I think that is a big achievement.
And I really think, to be honest, probably more so on the All Boys, you guys are getting young adults, both boys and girls, off the streets. You know, you're really making that significant change. But not just that, it's innovative, you know, it's snazzy that other youngsters are going to tell their friends, and you know, you guys have done a really, really great job with that. So fantastic. Facebook show. If you've joined us, thank you so much for watching. If you're in London, New York or global, so I'm with the co-founders of the Rework Team UK, and Rework. Do you know what I'm saying? Rework, because there's a rework. Yeah. Do you get that? Did we ever say that to you?
No,
We were. Oh, is it
no.
me? Oh, okay. We work. So we're actually live. So anything can happen. We have had a few glitches with the Wi-Fi, but I think it's great to show a bit imperfections because not everything is perfect.
Yeah, that's right.
So I have Serena who's joined, and she's also one of the co-founders. And again, I've known Serena for quite some time, and I think she puts me in my place as well. So yeah.
No, not Serena.
Not Serena.
We've never experienced that.
I'm very encouraging.
Yes.
I understand what you mean.
So just going back to the early days, Serena, when Marcio and Natalie came to you with the idea, you know, what were your first thoughts about launching this organisation?
Well, like the ladies, I've worked with young people for a while anyway, so anything to do with young people, I'm very much for it. I used to work for an organisation that was specific for 16 to 21 year olds anyway. I've always worked in the community with young people, and being a mum myself, you understand that it's not just you raising your children, they have outside influences. So it's very important to put yourself in a position where you can support other people's children and your children can also be supported.
It's really great. And I love the way that it's very structured. You guys have a great management team. So you've talked about the All Girls event that's coming up next year. So what's in store for the We Walk team for next year, or maybe say the next 2 or 3 years? What are you guys wanting to achieve?
Well, I always say, like for myself personally, I'd like to get to year 5 and it be running itself.
Right.
So, like, I'm very much on the things about governance. I'm always like, yeah, we need to get our governance in place.
Good.
We need to be progressing to be a charity as opposed to a charitable company.
Good.
You know,
because
but
you've come this far, which is amazing.
Yeah, but I believe it should be organic. I don't think you should run before you can walk. So I do think it's important that things grow organically, so that you have that understanding in your organisation of how it evolves and the things that are needed to be put in place. Otherwise, what can happen is you'll end up scrambling. And I think it's the project manager in me that kind of just says, all right, slow your roll, let's just get certain things in place before we start doing X, Y, and Z.
I love the way all of your characters come together, which is amazing, and everybody's got their strength and weaknesses as well, and there's nothing wrong with weaknesses. Everybody's got their place and nobody overturns each other, which is really great. So are there any thoughts, or you wanting to take it organically, say to go to different cities outside London, or any thoughts?
At the moment, we're not really talking about that because we're so busy just getting the structure together. But there's nothing to stop us from travelling around nationwide and then possibly going international. But you know, I think you just need to have your house in order before you start, because it's such a big thing. It's not the same people coming every year.
Right.
We're reaching different audiences all the time.
Right.
So you really need to have your things in place, so you're delivering at the same consistency. And it's not just the events. After the events, people contact us. At the events,
as guys, we're live. Like today, the Wi-Fi just keeps dropping, but we're raring to go. A question I like to ask as a networking guru: do you guys go networking as well to create awareness for your organisation? And have you built some really great networks?
Yeah, well, like I said, we all come from different organisations and we have worked with young people before. So we are in touch with different people, and networking is a key part of any business. So we all bring our different things to the table. Oh, I've met this lady. I engage with this organisation, and we'll get in contact with people individually and then bring them together.
Do you like partner up with other like not-for-profits or any schools as well to get more awareness?
We have some key partners
already.
Great. So Code 7 Charity is one of our partners.
Oh, good.
We've got some great sponsors who every year donate different things. Get lots of in-kind support. Some people we've had a lot of anonymous support. So you know, so I might know somebody who's willing to give but doesn't want the rest of the team to know who that is. They just say, this is what I'm giving, and this is what I'm giving it for. Make sure it's spent on that. So there's a lot of that happens. It's really nice that people just, from the kindness of their heart, they're just like, this is really good what you're doing. And the key thing about We Rock is that intergenerational thing.
lots of young people are peer supporting. They're not, they don't want to listen to, not everybody, but some young people, they don't, but they're not listening to parents, they rather listen to each other. They're learning from each other. And so what we try to do is encourage that conversation between the generations, because if you can't get along with your parent, there's going to be some other role model.
There needs to be something. That actually brings me nicely onto my next question. So Natalie, for the young girls and the females out there that are watching the Facebook that might be interested, what messages would you like to pass on for them, and what they'll get out of the next upcoming event?
I would say just look us up, get in touch, come on board to the forums where you get to have your say, you get to bring your ideas, and you may have something that we haven't thought of that will be beneficial to somebody else, because whatever you have is no less valid than what the other ladies may have to say also. So get in touch, get involved, come and support, and just know that you're welcome. Your opinion is, is valued. So just get involved.
Thank you for that. And I'll add all the details for the WeWalk team so that you can get the updates on Instagram and Facebook and get connected with the ladies as well. And so Serena, for you, for the All Boys Rock, what messages would you like to give out for somebody, a guy that's interested, a young adult that wants to get in touch or get from the events?
Much the same, just come forward, get in touch, connect with us and let us know, because we're three females, we're not necessarily...
Every BellaNetworking Facebook show, I ask the guests have an opportunity to ask me a networking question or something about me as a guru, totally up to you. Or if you have questions about your life, I'm here to listen. So, Marcia, do you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to know what made you start networking.
Wow, okay. Oh, no, she's getting a secret. You're going to bring out your notepad. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for that question. I'm not usually put on the spot like that. Yeah. So, for many of you that may not know, I started my business in the heart of the recession, 2008. And actually at the time, I was an entrepreneur on knowing it. I did have a image consultancy business, which I still have, and a van removal business, and doing the networking. A lot of people don't know that actually. But when I do my speaker engagements, I do share that. So actually what happened was, it was organic. Using Serena's word, it was very much organic and a need. So I had zero marketing budget and I used all my resources I could do. But one thing I knew before entering networking was that I could be successful with networking by people knowing my name. So all I cared was, I want people to know my name, Bella. So then I found out about networking, and I tell you, I did not know what networking was. I didn't have a clue. And I kept seeing loads of different adverts and event adverts for networking. Didn't know what it was. I deliberated for 3 months. And the only reason I went to my first networking event was because it was at the Oxo Tower. And I had been used to going to the Oxo Tower, so I thought, okay, this is going to feel really comfortable. So I went to the event at the Oxo Tower. I really didn't know what I was doing, but what I did kept was the goal. It's all about, I want everybody to know my name. Got talking, got networking, and then this chap tapped me on my shoulder, and his name is Callum Morrison, and he knows he's a gem. He's been the epitome of my whole career. He tapped me and he said, "You're really good at this, aren't you?" And all I was doing is faking it till I made it. Honestly, I didn't know what I was doing. And literally, I realised that networking was a marketing tool. So the second event I went to, the third, fourth, fifth, it was all about marketing, putting my name out there as a low-cost marketing to use for advertising. Because I didn't have a website then, social media wasn't then. So I was going back to the old school of word of mouth marketing. And then 10 years later today, it's worked. I'm one of the leading UK experts.
Excellent, well done to you.
So that's great. So yeah, that's how it happened. So thank you for that question. So I hope to inspire those that I always say that networking is a skill, just like riding a bike, learning to cook. So if you are an introvert or you don't think you're good at networking, you can learn how to improve it. So yeah, fantastic. So guys, thank you so much for watching the Bella Networking Facebook show. And we were joined today by the co-founders of We Rock Team UK, and all of their links will be in the bio, so do check out their Facebook page and do check out their Instagram page. And as Natalie said, the next event will be the Women's International Day, so keep posted on that. And guys, have a fantastic week.